It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game.
It's the Houston Texans and the Washington Commanders.
Coming up next.
Just outside of the nation's capital in nearby Landover, Maryland. Welcome in. We're getting a look at the enormous Northwest Stadium. Joined by a former NFL quarterback up in the booth, Mr. Brock Heward. I'm Kate Scott, and Brock, you can brag if you'd like to, because I know you had quite the big arm in your days with the Huskies and the Seahawks in Seattle. Well, we've got a couple of quarterbacks here who also know how to push that football down the field.
Yeah, you got a couple QBs who are going to keep these defenses honest today, because the moment they get greedy in coverage or get too aggressive in the pocket, either of these quarterbacks can drop a dime, drop a deep throw right over them for big yardage, and maybe 6 points too.
Kaimi Fairbairn ready to get this one going. And we're off and running from Landover. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. So the Commanders' offense headed out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by an elite runner, one of the game's top dual-threat young quarterbacks. He was taken second in 2024, Jayden Daniels.
Jayden's the closest thing we've seen to Lamar Jackson. And while there's only one Lamar Jackson, the two-time MVP, Jayden's going to push him a little bit in this league. He is a tremendous athlete. Over 1,000 yards rushing down the SEC, and he's just got the instincts, the feel to know when to run it. And man, he can also sling it. A quick, compact, accurate release. I can't wait to watch this guy's skill set unfold in the NFL.
And that's good for a gain of 5. The tackle there by Danielle Hunter. First down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
From the 35 on 2nd down. Caught by Deebo Samuel. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit, and you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
Daniels on first down. That's taken in by Samuel. And he's able to get this down to the 36. It's a 21-yard gain. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
First down, ball at the 36. Back to throw. Here's Daniels. Completed over the middle. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Again, Daniels to the air. Has him on the quick hitter. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. Now, after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. Commanders getting their first red zone look. They've got 1st and 10 right along the 20. Man in motion out of the slot. 1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. Cut near the goal line. Touchdown, Washington. Just like they drew it up in practice this week, partner, and the exact start they wanted to have in this game.
That's 100%. That's why you script and you go over these plays ahead of time. Kate, you know this. All those amazing essays you wrote at Cal, that start to that paper was so important. It set the tone for the rest of it.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Commanders will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Damian Pierce now to return it. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So now it's the Texans' turn to take the field for the first time. And leading them out is the second overall pick back in the 2023 draft from the Ohio State. It's C.J. Stroud.
It didn't take long for C.J. Stroud to make an immediate impact into the NFL, and it didn't take long for me, Kate, to form an opinion that this guy is just different. He just processes the game quicker. Remember talking to Ryan Day on the practice field in Columbus, watching him in college, and he just alluded to that as well. It's the anticipation. It is knowing where everybody is and getting that ball out before any receiver will even break on a route. C.J. was unique in that way, and that skill set has been a big part of his success.
And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
You know, I often say there is a fine line between aggressiveness and carelessness. And when you throw into double coverage, well, it can go either way. That time, a tremendous catch by his receiver on the other end.
Shotgun now for Stroud. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. He was trying to find Christian Kirk there. And now they'll face a 3rd and 3.
That drop ruins the payoff to a well-designed play. It got a man open, it beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch.
Stroud now on 3rd. Complete beyond the marker. That play good for 17 and a first down.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. To the air yet again, it's Stroud. That's a catch for Nico Collins. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
Has a man, Dalton Schultz. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the gun, Stroud. That's complete. Here's Kirk. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. It's a gain of 12 there. And it sets up a Houston first.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time. From the red zone now. On target to his back, Joe Mixon.
And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
Translatable skills, that's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
2nd and 3 now. Here's Stroud. Buying some time left. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Bend. Bend. Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, well, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. On play action, here's Stroud. And he won't get it there. Defender finds a throw and breaks it up.
You know, as a QB, I'm going to note that in the back of my head. That was a heck of a break. Knocks the ball away. DBs like that, they tend to, once they get one hand on the ball, have a pretty good beat on you and can get 2 hands on it the next time.
Kaimi Fairbairn out there now to try a field goal for the Texans on this 4th down. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. Everly's kick is good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
Well, that's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Brings in the kick at the 9. He's stopped on the return at the 27. Here comes the Washington offense out to the field, ready for their 2nd drive. And so far, they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their 2nd possession.
And, Kate, generally, offenses love to script their first 10 to 15 plays. Well, this entire game script is playing out just the way they want to.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It was the rookie from USC who got there for that tackle.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15+ at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Another carry for Robinson. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. From the gun, it's Daniels. He's on the move. Now he takes it. Give him a full 40 on the play. And the Commanders will have a 1st.
The field opened up, and he simply takes off. This is a reason that even the quarterbacks are timed in the 40-yard dash at the combine, because the elite, well, they can make a big chunk run just like that.
What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. First carry now for Austin Eckler. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Play fake here, Daniels. And look at the footwork there, touchdown! The Commanders get 6 more on their early advantage. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Gay to add the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Commanders drive their lead to 11. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Set to return, this is Braxton Berrios. And this drive will start inside the 25. This Texans offense readied for its second drive of the contest. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw in their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. First play of the drive, and he takes an option left. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Texans are going to have a 1st down.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did, tote the ball himself for a big run.
First down, Stroud. Escapes the pocket. Defense is there, and he's going down. For the moment, we've got a sack. We do, though, have a flag to sort out first before we can lock that in. He got a major fistful of jersey on that play, and it's going to end up costing him. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Has his man, it's Mixon. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. So before they can set up for another play, we've hit the end of the first quarter. It's a 2-score game early. We're back to Northwest Stadium right after this. Welcome back. We'll begin the second quarter with the Texans in possession. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. His quick throw knocked away, incomplete.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Running for the first time with Joe Mixon. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. On the option, here's Mixon. And he's got it down into the red zone at the 16. It's a solid 70-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
You know, that's a good run right there to keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
It's Mixon on 2nd down. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
Third and a lone yard coming up. Keeping it with Mixon. And the defense was ready. They got him at the line. No gain on the play. Defense holds yet again, and now it's 4th and a yard.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
Kaimi Fairbairn out there now to try a field goal for the Texans on this 4th down. This is going to be a 31-yarder from the right hash. Everly's kick is good. And that brings the deficit back within a score, 8 points.
Well, that's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. Return starts at the 3. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Out comes the Commander offense for another series. And we'll see if the perfect start can continue as they try for their 3rd touchdown in 3 drives. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Daniels back to throw. Out to his wideout, it's a screen. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Kamari Lassiter getting up there to make the stop.
How's your block shedding out there, boys? Because they need to get through some blocks to hang that screen up quickly. And they were Johnny on the spot.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Daniels from the pistol. He's on the move. He can run it.
You know, that may have been a situation when you look back on it and he watches the tape the next day, and he's got to find a way to throw the ball because his running ability, while it gets him some yards, is not enough to get the 1st down.
And the Texans go in nickel coverage, 3rd down. An option give to Robinson. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You love a huddle? Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
1st down, ball at the 36. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Escapes the pocket. Took off with it again.
Just not much to do right there, whether he wanted to run it or throw it. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win for this defense.
Second down now, 7 to go. From the gun, it's Robinson. And it's a 3-yard gain through the traffic. The tackle there by Danielle Hunter. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, Daniels. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. It's a pickup of 26. And that'll be good for a Washington 1st.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the Combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. This is a differentiator. can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there.
Has a man, it's Brown. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line.
That's really good instinct by the eyes up in the sky. The play caller seeing space on the perimeter, a well-timed screen, and a positive gain out of it.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Robinson on the inside give. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Hey, I know the temptation is there. If I'm thinking it in the booth, I know that play caller is too. That could have been a chance to be aggressive. Not the case. Go get the first down like they did, and a new set of downs to work with.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Now the shotgun give to Eckler. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
On 2nd down, Robinson. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. We've hit the 2-minute warning now from the nation's capital. The Commanders looking for a bigger lead before the break. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Now Daniels to throw. And he's in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders grow their lead just before halftime. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns. It has been wash, rinse, repeat for them offensively, Brock, as, well, we all wait for this defense to find a little backbone before this becomes a runaway.
Yeah, I'm a little torn up here in this booth because you're exactly right. Offensively, this is just machine.
Now we have a stoppage. No challenges inside of 2 minutes and a half, but the replay official wants to take another look at this on their own. We're all watching that sideline here, seeing where those feet came down.
And no matter what they rule here, Kate, that was an outstanding effort just to make the catch.
Yeah.
Now we got to look and see, did he get both feet in with possession?
So the officials looked at it twice. The replay officials in New York agreed, and the call on the field's going to stand. Gay to add the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Commanders lead by 15 now. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Pierce now on the return. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Texans and running back Joe Mixon headed out for their next series. And he finds himself across an important benchmark for yards this season after that last drive. He stayed pretty busy this season, and the numbers show just that. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Now it's Stroud. Higgins makes the catch. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on, it's incomplete.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And that brings up third down.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you've got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Back to throw, Stroud. He's on the move. Pressure's there, and the Commanders got him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up fourth down.
Coaching youth football, Kate, this is where the kids like to say, it's starting to get real. It's starting to get real for this offense. They've got to find some solutions. This deficit, it's getting bigger, and that sack isn't helping matters.
Kaimi Fairbairn out there now to try a field goal for the Texans on this fourth down. It'll be a 54-yarder from the right hash. And this one had a brief chance, but not a good kick in the end. He misses it. And this stays a 15-point game.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
The Commanders back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And eventually, Brock, one of their drives is going to fail to reach that end zone. But through 3 possessions so far, they have been perfect.
Yeah, and in order for that to happen, somebody somewhere on this defense has got to rise to the occasion.
Commanders starting out in a good spot this drive as they get set. First and 10. Along the sideline, Brown brings it in. And he runs out of bounds at the opposing 45. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
That's pretty impressive, Kate. I mean, to have the awareness, the body control to not just...
Now we have a stoppage. No challenges inside of 2 minutes and a half, but the replay official wants to take another look at this on their own. So what we're all looking for here, did he secure the catch and maintain it while also getting both feet down?
Yeah, this is why it's a perfect look. This is why teams scout body control and field awareness for these pass catchers. For moments like this, he did not have much margin for error, and it happens oh so fast.
So they sent it to a second set of eyes in New York, and the call on the field is confirmed. Ball on the 45, first and 10. Here's Daniels. He puts some power on a deep one. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders get more points to end a lopsided first half. And that, Brock, I know you're keeping track, but just in case our audience isn't, his 4th first-half passing touchdown. At the pace he's on, this would be a new record if he has a second half to match this one. Gay to add the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Commanders grow the lead now to 22 points. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Return starts from the goal line. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. Beginning a new drive here, but just 16 seconds to go before halftime. Looks like they'll play it safe with a run to the outside. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Play made by Deron Payne. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. It's halftime from near the nation's capital. The Commanders pulling in front after 2. Now down the coast we go to Orlando, Florida, in our studio there. Jonathan Coachman waiting by with the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit. But first, time for our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Commanders got a strong first half out of their quarterback, Jaden Daniels. He had it going right away. 2 touchdown passes in the first quarter, 2 more in the second. 4 touchdown passes all told. And he's likely not done yet.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our third quarter. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Barrios now to return it. Finds some space, he's past the 30. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. Now here's the Houston offense. They've got it first to begin the third. And that first half, they just couldn't keep up the pace, but they're going to be the ones setting the pace here to begin this third quarter. The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Stroud off the play fake. He's got him, that's Mixon. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
You know, Kate, it is so hard on these defenses to try to keep an eye and monitor on these running backs when they leave the backfield, especially if he's waiting to chip a defender or delays in the start of his route. He's really an underrated part of their overall passing game.
Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Finds a seam down the middle. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Shotgun now for Stroud. Schultz with the catch. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Brought down by the future Hall of Famer, Bobby Wagner.
You get this big old dude like him in the slot, it's an automatic mismatch advantage. You're trading a little bit of speed, sure, but you sure do get a lot of size. And anytime he's in the slot, you got to assume the ball's going his way.
To the air yet again, it's Stroud. Finds him over the middle. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. They'll get 18 yards there. And it sets up a Houston first.
Sometimes you're looking to push the ball down the field. But as I've said before, the crumbs lead to a cookie. And you never go broke taking a profit, and those big tight ends will often find you those easy check down yards.
Into the hands of Schultz. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the gun, Stroud. He brings it in. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You know, you compare and contrast stats over the decades, Kate. One thing you see is the completion percentages are through the roof. In this day and age, compared to the 60s and the 70s, a big reason is just completions like that. Utilizing every one of your eligible receivers. That time, a running back in the flat.
Here's Stroud now. We put way too much on that one, Brock. Over the end zone and out. thought he had a touchdown there. So now it'll be 2nd and goal.
QBs, well, they're a lot like the great shooters in the NBA. Hey, listen, sometimes you're going to miss. You just got to shake it off and keep shooting away.
So the incompletion on 1st. Here's 2nd and goal. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And in for the Houston touchdown. We've seen him do a lot more to reach the end zone on a catch, Brock. That one was kind of fed right to him.
Yeah, they say the running backs have a nose for the end zone. You know who else does? Every skill guy out there,
Yeah.
because they want to put a touchdown on the board.
So now the Texans decide not to pull the offense. They're not kicking. They're going for 2. He's throwing for it. And he's going to cross for the score. They trim that deficit down to 14. Well, not the way they drew it up, partner, but when it works, who cares? They didn't defend the check down throw, and it's open for 2.
I could still remember one of my first red zone days way back when. Touchdown to check down, touchdown to check down. Now, I know it's not a touchdown, but this check down, well, it was a valuable 2 points.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. The home teams and QB Jaden Daniels headed out for their next look on offense. And our team in the truck putting these highlights together, well, they certainly had plenty of touchdowns to choose from. For them, actually. Though the way he's been playing, Brock, you cannot count on him being done reaching that end zone just yet. They're out and set, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Daniels. That's complete to Zach Ertz. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. That stop coming from Henry To'o.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Here's Robinson up the middle. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
This offense will take that from their ground game every time. But I know, because I've been around this league a long time, runs like that, they're really hard to come by. It takes everybody, and maybe a little breakdown there on defense, too, to take advantage of.
1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. Into the hands of Samuel, complete. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. 1st and 10, a run to Robinson. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27.
You know you love some of my buzzwords, Kate. I know you do. And this one was about will power. He got the rock a long way from the chains and put his teammates on his back for a heck of a run and a great try at that 1st down.
Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. Now Daniels off the play action. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And the Commanders will have a first. This is Robinson. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3. Second down now, 7 to go. Shotgun snap to Daniels. And oh, he got it! Interception! Picked off by Derek Stingley Jr.
I know exactly what the quarterback was envisioning when he let that one go. Touchdown, baby. Not long after, I know exactly what he was thinking. Oh, no! Give me that one back, because the coverage baited him perfectly into that throw, and even more so, picked it off.
Now we get a look at this Texans offense. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They've got a man in motion. On play action, here's Stroud. No one open, so he chucks this to another county.
That's a very quick trigger, and the hurried throw was much tougher to complete. He may have rushed that one thinking the pressure was just about to get to him in the pocket.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Looking to throw, Stroud. Dump off caught by his back. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And the Texans are going to have a 1st down.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident a screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. Escapes the pocket. He calls his own number again. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Straight ahead, here's Brooks. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Well, Kate, that's a quick hitter to the big guy, and that's what you normally expect to see out of it. Not a huge gain, just picking up a little bit before they stall him out.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Nixon on the toss. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
Yeah, you'd sure love to see a little more yardage when you get into the open field, but this offense, it will take a new set of downs with that toss run.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Quick slant here to Kirk. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And it sets up a Houston 1st.
I think one of my first welcome to the NFL moments, Kate, was my first rookie mini camp. And in the West Coast system, and Mike Holmgren, who taught like Bill Walsh, it wasn't just getting a completion. It was putting it right on the spot so the receiver could do damage like we just saw.
First down, ball at the 36. Out of the shotgun, a give to Mixon. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Frankie Louvu there for the tackle.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
2nd and 6 coming up here. So we're through 3 here. The Texans have it to start, coming in trailing on the scoreboard. Second and 6 coming up here. From the 32. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
Well, that right there, Kate, that is the epitome of trust. And trust in your big physical tight end. Throwing his way into double coverage. You may question the decision when the ball leaves his hands, but it's tough to question when it produces results like that.
Stroud throwing here on first. This is complete to Schultz. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. A give to Mixon up the middle. Give him 3 on that gain. And the Texans are going to have a first down.
You know what I like about a 2nd and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a first down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. To the air, Stroud. And he will score. It's a Houston touchdown. The Texans parlay the interception into points. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
Here's Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Texans chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. He'll begin his return from the 11. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. The home teams and this running back headed back out for a new series. They get that big old marker out, cross a major number off his roadmap after that last drive. He's reached one of the marks that every back strives to hit at some point during the season. They've got first down from the 31. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Play fake here, Daniels. Has a man, it's Brown. And they make the tackle at the 38. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
New set of downs for him at the 38. On 1st down, here's Eckler. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
They had the 1st down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. They're going play action. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there. That was intended for Deebo Samuel. So it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, but then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They could revisit that play in the future.
And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
3rd down give to Robinson. And they make the tackle at the 28-yard line. Nothing for them there, maybe 1 yard. That's going to be 4th down. Matt Gay now in a high-pressure spot. It's 45 yards he'll try to connect from. Up and good from Fairbairn. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
It doesn't take a math major, Kate, to realize how important that field goal was. It's now a 2-score game really late and puts them in the driver's seat to go and finish this thing with the win.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Pierce now on the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Texans and C.J. Stroud all set to go for their next drive. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this 2nd half. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Back to throw, Stroud. He's on the move. Now he takes it. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
Well, I can promise you, that was the goal from the moment he took off. He kept his eyes locked on the chains. It's almost like he had a spidey sense. He knew exactly where to get in order to move the sticks and get that critical 1st down.
A dose of the hurry-up offense here. First down, Stroud. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete. Trying to force one through there. So it's 2nd down coming up.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
2nd and 10, Stroud to throw. Pass caught by Mixon. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Stroud now on third. Complete beyond the marker. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down. Working quickly here. To the air yet again, it's Stroud. Completed to Collins. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And it sets up a Houston first.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. We've hit the 2-minute warning here in D.C. Texans gotta score in a hurry. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 31. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
The clock rolls as the Texans try to hurry their offense to the line. From the red zone now. Has it in close. Touchdown, Houston! All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
And now for the point after, and crucially to bring things within a field goal. And he connects there, so now another kick from him. A field goal would tie this game in the fourth. Ball is set up, and it's away. Just a three-point game now. Fielded at the 7. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The Commanders set to take over. They're headed down now defending not a 2-score lead, just a field goal advantage here. So wondering, Brock, is that going to affect how they approach a chance at closing this one out?
No, I don't think there's any question about it. Yeah, I think if it's a 2-score game, it's run, 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 take every second off and punt that ball. Not now. Now you've got to get to the plays that you trust and believe in the most.
Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards. The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down. Another carry for Robinson. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Houston calls it second timeout. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on third down. He'll look to throw it. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Nice work by the defense on that drive, Brock, as it looks like they're going to get off the field here with a 3-and-out.
Yeah, kept them from generating any sort of momentum to give this drive legs. We know offenses, they've got to see the chains move to get it going, but that forcible hit knocked the ball loose.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. He's got this at the 27, and he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Texans headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Setting up to pass. Schultz with the catch. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26.
Just about every defensive coordinator worth his salt says 2 things in every production meeting. Number 1, well, we got to stop the run. And number 2, we got to take away the tight end. Well, good luck doing that. Defending a big guy who can move like that, it's a lot easier to talk about.
And Willie, no, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Here he is to throw. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. Not on the same page with his tight end. So they're left facing 3rd and long. To throw. No better luck than the last play, Brock, as he just has to get rid of it.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. Now to throw. He finds him beyond the marker. And they take him down, but there's a flag on the play. So after some careful consideration, they're going to go ahead and decline the penalty. A costly penalty flag there as that turns 4th down into 1st and 10. Back to throw. Higgins makes the catch. And he's brought down after a short gain.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
One final shot here. And this one falls incomplete. No miracles on the final drive today. This game is over. So next to the nation's capital, it's a home win for the Commanders. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. So for Brock Eward, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. It's a win for the Commanders, as with that, we sign off from DC.